Did you know that Young and A's right-hand guy commented on Instagram shortly after Julio Foolio died, saying, "Game over, we won, stupid?" The next morning, a Jacksonville rapper confessed to pursuing Julio Foolio after Young and A placed $10,000 on his head.
Hey, on everything I love, bro. On the dead homies, bro. I put it on everything, on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Julio Foolio that night when he got at his birthday celebration, bro. You feel me? I ain't gonna show my face and give my identity away or nothing like that, but you know, I did that, you feel me? It was money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace and them boys, you feel me? ATK, you feel me? I be in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me? If you know, you know. But yeah, you feel me? I did that, you feel me? I handled that, cause, you know, Ace had that money on his head, you know, Ace had them put that 10K up, told me to slide, told me to cause you know, he got tired of that nigga running his mouth playing all the time, you feel me? So what had to be done, you feel what I'm saying? So I just handled it, you feel me? It was what it is, bro.
Since the federal government would designate Ace and Young as the criminal's frontman, Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters even sent a public service announcement to Young and Ace and his group. Young and Ace have been well known in Jacksonville, and we constantly keep an eye on those groups. We have people who are constantly watching them. I won't talk about the chief's investigation because that's up to TPD, but he can't move around Jacksonville without us knowing about it. That's for the benefit of our community because the feds recently released the Julio Foolio passing case files, which are extremely unsettling because they reveal the truth about the rival street gangs and the rappers involved in the case. According to the file, Julio Foolio was born on June 21st, 1998, and on Sunday morning in Tampa, he was ambushed by rival street members. What was meant to be a birthday celebration weekend turned into the worst thing possible because of social media. Following their arrival at the B&B, Julio posted on his Instagram story about booking an Airbnb for the weekend.
Hey, the pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. If you already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address or DM Julio booking ESPN. I'm gonna put it right here. We just got here, bruh. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up.
As the party inside the Airbnb only lasted for about 2 hours, Foolio would even post pictures of the inside of the party, showing everyone who was there, no security, and him with multiple women. This was the first of many mistakes Foolio would make, showing his millions of followers and his every move. An hour later, the police arrived at the B&B, calling the home's landlord, who would eventually kick him and his crew out. Foolio would then go to Instagram with his next move, which would be a poster for a nearby club telling everyone to pull up while revealing the club's exact address. He was trying to break the record on social media for the most location drops to his ops, and one weekend, he was making so many mistakes that he would post on Instagram once more, this time revealing his exact location inside the club, telling his ops, "I'm in the upstairs lounge, we can't my birthday man, everybody coming ST cap man, what I'm saying what? Music. No 20 lit everywhere we go." This gave the ops plenty of time to get together, figure out a plan, and scope out the scene where Foolio is taking action on the 23rd day of the month was very important, but more on that later. Foolio and his ops were done. At the club, they would gather all in the parking lot while his manager would figure out a place to stay. What he didn't know was there was 3 cars across the street filled to the brim with rival street members waiting to catch him lacking his. Manager scoped out a nearby Holiday Inn down the street. Julio and his crew would begin heading down, but what they didn't know was 100M behind them was the ops. When arriving to the Holiday Inn, sources say everything was silent. Foolio's manager was inside booking the rooms, then out of nowhere several cars filled to the brim with gang members, all targeted Foolio's crew of firearms. Meanwhile, they was the selected Fuse's main job, who hopped out of nearby bushes, was to go and locate Julio Foolio and deal with him right then. And there the feds' investigation lasted a year, but what they found was very scary, labeling it a clear retaliation against Foolio. especially with it being on the 23rd day of the month. Foolio dropped his hit track titled When I See You, making fun of Young and Ace for losing his brothers, wherein the lyrics Foolio rapped went out to eat on his birthday, 4 hit 3 passed in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, and now we hit in 23 now. In the present day, those same ops on Foolio's birthday hit a total of 4 people on the 23rd day, just similar into Foolio's disc against them, as Young and Ace would then rap in his newest song 4 in the car. 1 them gone 3 got hit, recreating Foolio's lyrics against him, but changing the order with the lyrics containing self. Snitching, however, it gave the feds a lead that Young and Ace quickly sniffed out. When Young and Ace knew the feds were breathing down his neck, he would then go and close his gang. He would tweet that there was no such thing as ATK anymore and that everything was gone.
I say no more ATK, it ain't no more. What you talking about? The niggas don't do shit. They don't do shit. He tripping. Everybody always got shit to say. These niggas. When the time for the Lord to be paid, where the niggas be at? Got all this shit to say. Where the niggas be at though? Where niggas be need to get buried? When the time to spend that money, where the to be? Always got shit to say, but don't be on shit, man. They don't get no feet wet or nothing, man. You niggas be talking, man. What's wrong with these, man? Talking about uncomfortable. Don't talk like me. Don't get the man. When I say no more ATK, ain't no more.
He's watching that L Baby interview with another sharing that Rico's coming because L Baby did the same thing, closing for PF, even though he knew the feds were breathing down his neck. DJ Academics had previously told him that he is next whack 100. This whole situation was evident as Day fans even commented LOL. He mentioned you lately, and he said, you're next. Would you say that, bro? Why did you desire that? I'm not sure if he was wishing, but I believe he was just considering the fact that people want to get the target, the high-profile target, and that if Foolio is out of the way, they'll think, well, the only way to make another thing is you why we're on me. Bro, man. I mean, I've spent my entire life letting you get up on me and not letting anyone get up on me. So with his passing, does that mean that this whole thing is over? There's never a situation like this because Young A has been tried numerous times by his operations, but now the police are targeting him. This was also verified by Young Anise himself, who would accuse the police of canceling all of his events in an attempt to restrict his revenue and company. I'm not sure how they manage to do this, but they always phone and cancel my gigs. What are you all doing, and why do you want to cancel my show? Jacksonville isn't even where I reside. Why y'all want to cancel my why y'all trying to my money? Yeah man, why trying to my life? Cause y'all worry about what I got going on. IADIIA with y'all cancel all my shows. But I just had a show on Temple, y'all got show cancel in Temple, I had to show Virginia. Call got show cancel, I had to show Gainesville, why cancel show Gainesville before F Daytona, you feel me? Like what's really going on? However, deeper down the federal investigation file, it got very scary as they would end up detailing the main reason they targeted Foolio. This would be the passing of Young N's best friend ATK. Mitch ATK was creating a 2-year setup on Foolio, as 1 month before the passing of Foolio, he would end up sharing in an interview that both groups agreed to stop going against each other and trying to limit the crime rate in Jacksonville. Y'all probably know this, even though I said what I said about Bro Me and Jay Breed to be doing the Start the Violence song, we probably gonna get that in motion, so get that wa for the kids, for the youth. Yeah, we got to make this better, man. Yes, it has been discussed, and I tried my best to address it. Do you and Jay have a history of violence? My big cousin wrote about it too. He say he with it, I'm with it, but basically right now we trying to find a beat, but the feds would detail that. They believe ATK wanted Foolio to let his guard down, which he definitely did on his birthday, as Foolio likely felt like he had no ops anymore, hosting every address, every location, and even who he was with. This was all a revenge for what happened in April 2022, when officers saw Foolio driving a Dodge Durango with an illegal window tint. They would pull over Fio on the side of the road. Once Fio told the officers who he was by handing over his driver's license, he was immediately handcuffed and placed into the police patrol car, and he would be questioned about the passing of ATK. Mitch, all right, so I want to bring it up. I know you're going to be upset, Mitch, but I need to talk to you for a second about what happened to him. How long is this going to take? It won't be long. It just depends on you. They're going to ask you what you know about it. Once Mitch was taken into the car, Foolio knew he'd be questioned. He was quickly taken in and interrogated at the station. Julio had been at my mom's house earlier, down by the corner. He came over to show his support, but it seems like things took a different turn. "What kind of work do you do?" the detectives asked him. "What's your connection to Mitch, and what are you hearing about Mexico?" They wanted answers, so they pressed him for more details. "I was in Miami, producing music when I first heard the news. I saw everyone sharing the story of John Mix on Instagram. It was all over social media." Then the detective asked Julio where he was when ATK Mitch passed away. They were trying to figure out his relationship to Mitch and how they knew each other. The detective then explained why he was there. "I'm the lead investigator on your friend's case. You have a friend who just had a child, and a lot of people have been talking about him. I'm trying to understand how close you two were." The detective continued, asking Julio to explain when they first met, how long they had been close, and anything that could shed light on their relationship. However, the detectives didn't have much on file about Julio. They only knew that his songs and lyrics seemed to hint at Mitch's death. They wanted to find out more, but Julio kept telling them that he didn't know anything.
Jacksonville police and I don't know how they be doing this, but they always call around and cancel my shows. What's up with y'all? What's going on? Why y'all want to cancel my show? I don't even live there in Jacksonville. Why y'all want to cancel my? Why y'all trying to my money? Yeah, man, y'all trying to my life. Cause y'all worry about what I got going on. I ain't with y'all. Y'all canceled all my shows, but I just had a show in Temple. Y'all got my show canceled in Tampa. I had a show in Virginia. I called, got my show canceled up. I had a show in Gainesville. Y'all canceled my show in Gainesville before. Daytona. You feel me? Like, what's really going on?
He was keeping his answers short, not offering any extra information. The detective pressed him, "If you happen to know Mitch's mother, maybe you could reach out to her. She's probably looking for answers too, and it might help with the investigation." Julio seemed unsure. "I'm not sure about all that. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just hearing things." He seemed distant, almost as if he didn't want to be dragged into the situation. "I'm in Miami right now," Julio added, as though that might excuse him from having to deal with the situation. The detective seemed to be trying to piece together a timeline, but Julio wasn't offering much. It seemed like he wasn't ready to open up, or maybe he didn't have much to say about it all. The detectives were hoping he could help, but he just stayed quiet, not giving them the answers they needed. The whole thing felt tense, like there were answers just out of reach, and everyone was waiting for something to click. They were questioning him not just about the night Mitch died, but about his connection to Mitch's life, trying to get a clearer picture of the events leading up to that night. Julio wasn't giving much away, but it was clear that the detectives were hoping that by asking the right questions, they could get something out of him that would bring them closer to the truth. The whole situation seemed like it was going to take a lot of time to figure out. Everyone involved was just trying to make sense of what happened, but the answers weren't coming easily. Yes, I am aware of this because when Julio was ceasing his engagement, people would question him why his music was linked to so many crimes in the Jacksonville region. In fact, his songs were really explaining how crimes occurred. As the detectives, they're just getting frustrated because they know exactly what happened to Mitch. Do you think that your music, your ways, or the way you conduct yourself through your music had anything to do with him? No, because even before I started rapping, it was like, you get what I'm saying, so you can't just say, "It's my music, that's why somebody you get what I'm saying." Okay. Do you think it influenced someone or triggered someone like the way you two are going back and forth? Do you feel that way? No, a song can't make no action, leaving many people angry with Julio for lying to the police. However, according to Fed records from 2025, everyone views Julio's death as retaliation for ATK Mitch. Even Charleston White agrees, because he doesn't think Julio should have lied.
And everybody saying, "Man, what you think about this?" Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, that works hard to die. Did he earn this here? And goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Way that lived and talked gangster, should nobody be sad what did happen to Julio Foolio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven.
That ain't good. What's name?
Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. Now, wait, that boy, listen, he had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that was making people mama cry. It's some people relieved, wiping their forehead saying, "Ooh, Lord, thank you." And then there's some people crying, said, "Oh, we gonna miss one leg, one foot."